Hey, it's Angel back in the lab again. Just wanted to begin to look at the intricacy of putting together a business plan. Oftentimes we have ideas and we're ready to move and we understand our market and we're customers, supporters, we have the support we need, uh, but we don't have it on paper, and that's critical um, because we must position ourselves to be understood. And when we have sought to understand, then we must seek to be understood. But most people want to see that in the form of a plan. And that's a good thing to have because you know where you are and where you're going and where you'd like to be. So, without further ado, we're going to begin to look at the sections of a business plan. The most important section of your business plan is going to be your executive summary. And although this is the one section that is written last, it is the most important and it shows up on the first page. So we're not gonna start with what's in between. We're gonna go through this one section by section. And so in this video, we're going to be discussing the executive summary. The executive summary is considered the most important section of your business plan. And this section tells your reader where your company is, where you want to take it, and why your business idea will be successful. This section is the first opportunity to grab a potential investor's interest. So again, this is the most important section of your business plan, and it is here in this one page that you are going to tell them what you want them to know. You're going to tell them about your strengths of your overall plan. You're going to highlight those, and this going to be the last section that you write, because you've got so much that you want to tell them in between, that you're going to be doing the planning part of this, and then you're going to wrap it up in this executive summary. The key points of an executive summary should be based on the stage of your business. So say, for example, someone who has already started their business, executive summary is going to look a little different than someone who has an idea and trying to get started in a business. An established business is what we're talking about. In an established business, the key points of your executive summary are going to outline your mission statement, and that pretty much explains what your business is all about, and you do that in a couple of sentences and no more than a paragraph. You want to put in there your company information and make sure that your statements cover when your business was formed, the founders, their roles, the number of employees in your business, and certainly the location. Some other things you're going to want to highlight will be the growth of your company, and by that we're talking about your financial growth. We're talking about like any increased profit margins that you may have, market share year to year, year over year, and do that in the form of graphs and charts. Your investors really like to look at those charts. They say a lot. The graphs and charts gives you an overall picture of the financial growth of a company. You want to describe your products or your services. So a product, again, we're going back to the stick with the popsicle, or the popsicle, which is in demand, and depends on what season it is. It rakes in a lot of money. In the summer it's hot. People want ice. They want ice. As for your services, for example, in professional practice, your service is what it is, and you want to describe that. Say, for example, you are a nurse, and you're going to outsource, and you're going to do in-home services. You're going to do in-home home health. So that would be your service. Or, for example, for me, it's a virtual project manager. So that's my service, and so my service is all over the world. You want to include your financial information, and that would be any information about your bank and any investors that you may have. In my case, there's a bank. I set my bank up very, very early in the game. I established everything that I thought that would make business easy for me. As I began to think about the ideas, I'd already positioned myself knowing that there were some key things that I needed to do. Any future plans, summarize any future plans that you may have for your business. That would be ideal. With the exception of your mission statement, the executive summary should be covered in a concise manner and kept again to one page. One page. That's very, very important. That has always been a difficult task for me. So verbose. My professor always said verbose. Cut it back. Anyway, it should be one page. Then we're going to be looking at, many people will see this, and so you have to remember every word that you say in your executive summary, it counts. So make it count, every single word. Now, that was for an established business. For a new startup business, you're going to be focusing on your experience and your background, as well as any decisions that led you to start this particular business or enterprise. You want to demonstrate that you've done a thorough market analysis, and by that you've looked at to see whether there's a need or a gap, and then you want to convince the reader that you can succeed in this area. So that's very, very critical. And last but not least, again, this is the last thing you write. So the first section of your business plan that you will tackle is your company description. In our next video, we'll talk about your company description, so look out for that. Coming to you tonight from the Audacity Institute of Social Enterprise, and we thank you for joining us.